I think I need to get barefoot.
Mm-hmm. Well, to start, I wanted to share a meditation that came to me very clearly when we were in... Of course.
Yes,
you want to come on my lap, okay?
lap?
You come on my lap.
Okay.
Okay. It was a meditation and a vision that came when we were in California last June for one of our... there's an amazing festival in Badger, California that we go to every year with all the devotees who steward the land there and raise their own vegetables and cows, and amazing, our teachers from all over the planet come, and we come there to for Kirtan and for deep study and meditation and community living. And we came down. It's always very purifying when you're up there because it's like being on another planet. All the consciousness is so high. And so we're down in LA and we're staying in one of our friends' homes. And we get up to go to the airport and we stop to get some amazing gluten-free vegan donuts at this shop that serendipitously was on the corner right at the end of the street. And I look over and I see a big cell phone tower. And once you start to know to look for these, they're like you know, like the droids in Star Wars. They're like that big, hovering, multi-armed thing. And this is right around when a lot of people were really starting to talk about 5G and starting to talk about what we know is a manifestation of this time, which is... Mommy is there too. Which is that this time is characterized by disturbance. And it's a very practical way, actually, of seeing that in play when you look at 5G and you look at the wireless radiation. It's disturbance of the ethers. It's disturbance of these waveforms that are operating on a cellular level and affecting our consciousness, whether or not we are aware of that effect or not. It's real. Many thousands of peer-reviewed studies on this. And so I was meditating on it, and it was just all of a sudden became super clear, to not be afraid, to not see it as something... I'm not saying that it's okay, because it has a very real effect, but that chanting these names, and specifically chanting the Maha Mantra Hare Krishna, and seeing the chanting literally like my whole body, every cell being a person, being a being, in this huge trillions of cells in my body, like this one massive kirtan parade, like a party. Everyone, all cells are jumping up and down in kirtan, and that is what actually will negate this 5G effect, will negate these other waveforms coming in. And so I wanted to share, and the Vedas speak of this. They speak of our bodies actually, every single cell having consciousness and being on its own journey through the millions of species of life, from cell all the way up to eventually taking a human form and human birth. So that just that unity feeling in the body. Yes, we're chanting from our hearts, but also it's literally every cell in our body that is coming together with the celebration of Kirtan and allowing it to take on that dimension, especially now at this time when 5G is real, but also with everything that's happening right now, and the energy and shifting that, and knowing that in ourselves we are our own planet with our own trillions of little tiny living beings within us, with consciousness and personality. And so on these days like today of Rama Navami, when it's the appearance day of a great, not just a great personality, but a Mahapurush avatar, a great personality, a direct incarnation of Krishna, of Lord Ram. When they appear on these days, it's like a portal. It's a direct portal to connect with them, to speak with them, no matter what we may want to say verbally or just simply being in that energy of connection, there is just indescribable, inconceivable benefit and wealth that comes to us from doing that. Always it's there, but especially on these days, the portal is exalted. There's no barriers to that connection. You want to say anything about Lord Ram before we?
Sita and Ram and Lakshman, they represent Dharma, they represent what it is to be in the world but not of it. In the Ramayana, the Rakshasas are the demon families, like they, and the main demon, of course, Ravana, eventually steals Sita, and this is, of course, after Ram. There's a whole issue, a stepmom and brother issue, and Dad's wife wants her son to be the king of Ayodhya, so Ram gets sent to the forest for 14 years, and it's heartbreaking for everyone because they all love him, and it is just unbelievable. It's this unbelievable, unprecedented crisis. And Ram and Sita don't fight it, but they go and they are supported because they're doing what needs to be done for the good of everyone. Kind of like us staying in the house right now, but then there will be a time where we will need to rise up and go back out. But it's the discipline, the tapasya of staying and sacrificing right now, like Ram and Sita. It is a sacrifice. There's no question about it. It is uncomfortable. It is even painful just to not be physically connected to people. But what we're being forced to do is get creative and up-level our consciousness. And then Ram and Sita themselves represent right action, true love. And when he goes to rescue Sita, of course, he defeats the demons. And they come back and they're loved and honored. So worship is the same as loving in this form. Which is to say, if you're making calls to your loved ones, if you're speaking your truth, not like what you hear and what you think might be truth, but speaking from who you are, which is a Sanatana Dharma, eternal well-wisher and servant of the divine. If you're speaking from love, which is what you are, what we are, then that is the glory of being alive right now. And you are being the best you can be. But it is a sacrifice, what we're doing right now. So let's consider maybe the sacrifice for the greater good. It's temporary, but our souls are not temporary. Jai Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram. Jai to the eternal beloveds, to the eternal couple, to Dharma itself, to Bhakti herself. And we're gonna sing a song that we wrote. It's on our CD. Of course, he really wrote it. But I help. Sometimes. Thank you for being with us.
I'm ready to press the button.
We're going to sing first the Lord Ram. Can you say Ram? Ram. Ram is so big and strong. And his best friend is Lakshman and Hanuman.
Here, Mommy.
It's your purple one. Happy birthday, Kumi. Who gave us this? Where's the purple one? There's a scarf right there.
see it in your hearts, forming a brilliant pearl. Play this pearl inside the very innermost chamber of your heart. Install it there. Know that this is like a transcendental power source, a battery, bringing every cell online in your body, every atom, every molecule, coming from the same source, all programmed in harmony, all vibrating, singing out, chanting these names.
Jai Sita, Jai Ram, Jai Lakshman, Jai Hanuman, Nitai Gaura, Premanandi, Hari, Hari.
Hari,
I'm ready to press the button.
Hold the moment, hold the moment. Hold the space. 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 She's such a beautiful teacher and embodiment and reminder and reflection of the exuberance of each one of our cells, of each one of these living force life creatures within us. They just can't contain their joy and their exuberance and their creativity. It's bursting forth.
And their cries.
And their cries.
And their laughter.
And so it is up to us to both hold that spectrum within us of being parents, of being adults, of being on their level in children, and knowing when to close
Say
the circle
goodnight.
and say goodnight.
We love you. Thank you guys.
And yes, you can
We
press
love
the
you.
button.
We're so happy you
You can
guys
press the
joined. Oh, I
button.
just liked my own comment.
You can press the button.
Narayani is the button presser.
You are the presser of the button.
I'm to
Let's
press
say-
that button.
By
Let's
the
say-
way, if you
Let's say Hari Bol.
missed our class of Budara, it's up on Jaishree Yoga. And you
And say
guys,
Hari Krishna.
love you. Please follow and get notifications from Jaishree Yoga because we need to start. It's just the right thing to share things from there. So make sure you get the notifications from there.
Okay, you can press the
Jaishree
button.
Yoga Collective. Go to Premanandi Hari
Hari,
Hari
Hari, Hari,
Bol.
Hari,
Jai Jai
Bol.
Shri Radhe.
Jai Shri